Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, greetings. This icebreaker speech gave me the opportunity to go back and reminisce a little. A chance to think about my life and especially my childhood. This is not something I do often. Besides, I dislike talking about myself. Where I come from, talking about yourself is considered boasting and looked down upon. If someone else talks about you and your accomplishments, then it is legitimate. When I sat down and thought about my childhood, a flood of memorable events started racing through my head. I began to relive those events, smiling, laughing out loud at myself, all by myself. But there was one particular event I believe had a profound effect on me. My freshman year in high school, I had the dubious distinction of being voted the ugliest boy in the class. This girl named Michelle started the ugliest boy contest, and she campaigned vigorously so I can get the honor. Her reasons were my school uniform was never ironed or pressed, as we say in the island. I did not get a haircut regularly, or I did not participate in the shoe polishing contest the boys had every day. A few days later, boots were tiling, and yes, I got the award. I learned a very valuable lesson, and that is never let anyone words make me feel bad about who I am, where I come from, or how I look. Eleanor Roosevelt said it best. No one can make you feel inferior without your permission. I promise never to give anyone that power over me. I consider my life to have 3 stages. Before basketball, during basketball, and after basketball. I stage my life according to basketball because I believe life would have been very different without the game. I'm not saying it would have been better always, but basketball provided me a lot of opportunities I would not have had otherwise. So let's get to stage 1. I was born in an island in the Caribbean called St. Lucia. I grew up poor but did not realize it because I had more fun than any human being is supposed to have. I truly enjoyed life. I lacked focus, which made it even more fun. This lack of focus got me many whoopings from my mom. It seemed like a daily occurrence. I played too much, did not get my chores completed, but there was never a dull moment. My great escape was sports. I played everything from track and field, golf, soccer, but basketball ended up being my passion. I started playing basketball by accident. I walked up to the hoop one day with a volleyball in my hand, dunked it without any effort. Thought the game was easy, got hooked, and basketball became my first love. I tried to play every single day of my life, giving up every other sport. Then I got lucky. A basketball coach came to St. Lucia to do a basketball camp, and I was assigned a helper's position there. Demonstrated to the kids whatever he wanted to do. When he came back, he spoke to the coach later, was the head coach at Queen's University, and then he offered me a scholarship. This is how I came here to Charlotte, and stage 2 of my life began basketball, playing basketball in college. I was fortunate to get a scholarship to go to college because I could not afford it otherwise. I continued to work hard, and although I had doubters in St. Lucia, I was determined to be the best that I can be. I got here in 1992, graduated in 1996 with a business degree. These were some of the best years of my life. Somebody paid for me to go to school, provided boarding, food, and all I had to do was play basketball. Wow. This was a dream that I lived into the fullest. Unfortunately, I stopped playing basketball. Well, before I stopped playing basketball, I played professional for a few years in Europe, Venezuela. And I backpacked for a while too. Stopped playing basketball, unfortunately, sooner than I would have liked to because of a bad back and a worse agent. I had no regret. I had no regret and moved on to stage 3 of my life. At that point, I realized I had to get serious about life and move back to Charlotte. Currently, I'm a support engineer at LexisNexis, and I support computer networks. I'm also working on a master's degree in information systems or information security. Looking back on the progress of my life at this point, I realized that situation could have led me to not believe in myself. Now I listen attentively to what everybody has to say and only pick out the information I think is of value to me. Constructive criticism is always welcome. The decision to never let faulty or imperfect thinking dictate my life has served me well. My hope is people would look at me objectively and subjectively. If Michelle did, which is the girl who campaigned for me to get the ugliest boy contest, she would have known that I had no running water or electricity at my house. I guess this ugly boy has come a long way. Thank you.